Taylor?
Yes.
Where's my calculator?
I ate it.
Ah!
So, I have no idea how to play poker at all. I'm assuming there's different kinds of poker because I've seen like the chips.
Yeah, it's an interesting
like poker chips.
Idea today. Cards and poker. So, yeah, poker is a really interesting thing because it's been around for like a long time with cards. No, cards are like so.
Well, poker was probably invented pretty soon after cards were.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure like poker was probably with cards. You know what I mean?
Like poker was probably like. I doubt it, but maybe cards were invented for poker, you know?
Well, yeah, no, but there's lots of different types of cards out there.
Oh, yeah.
Like if you've ever seen some different, my uncle has some different.
That's what
decks,
I know how to play.
He has like the suits are like swords, clubs like a club, right?
Dude, that's
and
awesome.
Like those are like the actual suits of his card. Like he has older cards and stuff. Like they're like
no, okay, but seriously, teach us how to play poker.
They're epic. So poker is really cool. And it's interesting how it has enough luck that people are like, dude, I'm so good at poker, and they like play poker, like rock out. But at the same time, it's still just a total gambling game. There's lots of different ways to gamble. You have like Texas Hold'em, you have blackjack, and then like you were talking about, there's like sometimes you use chips. Most of the time you use chips, and then sometimes you like bet with like.
Well, I remember. I can't remember how to play it very well, but I remember gambling. This is like undercover, like the leaders didn't know, but on like a scout camp, one of the kids is like beforehand, like he pulled us all together like after one of the meetings to plan the thing. He's like, everybody bring like a bag of candy, right? So we all brought bags of candy. Yeah. We all put them in the middle.
I do it all the time.
Divvied them up.
I do it all the time.
We played poker upstairs in the attic of this like lodge. And we just played poker. I lost like everything. You know, this one kid ended up with like half of it. And he's like sitting there like bathing in glory.
I know.
Like, I hate you.
Always do. Okay.
But it was great. It was the most fun ever.
And the other interesting thing about poker is cheating has always been in like... has always been this whole thing that people have to worry about.
Yeah, there's like that TV show Numbers. And they're like trying to crack the code because there's like electric shufflers.
Right.
I mean, like those casinos in like in like Las Vegas and whatever.
You have
like
to get like somebody else to shuffle them, and it's insane.
It's insane, like how like crazy.
Poker
like
is
sticky fingers. They catch you with sticky fingers, you're out.
Yeah.
Like it's like because that's like a way of like marking the cards with like sticky fingers or like bending them or like just like these crazy things.
It's like
because like you see like a bent thing, you're like, oh, I know what he has, like, you know? But then then you're gonna be in trouble. And they're gonna get
anyway. Poker. So, it's really quite interesting. There are many versions, so don't like say this is the official way to play poker.
How you have to
but this is a lot of what a major way is you each take 5 cards. Anyway, a big thing in poker is actually interesting. Is they'll deal.
That's 1 card.
People will actually do this. They deal a card and then they move 1.
Oh yeah,
because right? No, it's 5, and that's your hand, and now I deal mine. And every other card you leave out, and it's supposed to like
help make it random,
make it like nobody could sort the deck, because different dealers do different things. But it's like you have to like you can't like deal the same way each time.
Yeah,
does that make sense?
Because then eventually people can like try and catch on.
Because I personally like knowing card tricks and stuff. I legitimately can just sit here and shuffle the deck like this, right? And like, I can sort the deck as I do. I was playing my brother. It was hilarious. I was sorting the deck, okay? And I was, like, doing all this stuff, okay? And my brother comes up, and I'm like, okay, let's play poker. I deal the hands.
And you have, like,
and I have 3 aces and 2 kings.
That's great.
I was like, full house. And he's like, what? I did it again. And he's like, you dumb. Okay. You dumb. Anyway. But how poker is, there's, like, these levels of... how powerful your hand is.
So to like
I have a 3, 4, 6, 8 and king. This is pretty much a trash hand. Show your hand, Taylor. Okay, so Taylor has a 4, 9, 10, queen and queen. Okay, so how poker works is it's like these ranks. Each hand is this good or this good or this good, right? And it's like whoever's like highest ranked on the list wins the round, basically, right? So the lowest is just your highest card. So if I didn't have anything special, my highest would be my king, and if Taylor didn't have anything special, his would be a queen, and I'd win, right? Because like the highest high card.
Wait. So you mean like a 2 is the most powerful card? Is that what you're saying?
No, the king is.
The king is the most powerful card.
Yeah.
So why is this a crap?
Ace. Well, it's ace.
Well, it's ace. So then why is this a crap deck if you have a king?
Because it's on the lowest of the totem pole. You have this pole, and high card is at the bottom. And then if you have... Okay, so let's start from the top down, okay?
Okay.
The best is if you have a ace, king... It's called a royal flush.
Flush, yeah.
Ace, king, queen, jack, 10 of the same color.
So like
spades.
spades.
Of the same.
So like
suit.
spades, diamonds.
They all are spades.
Or they're all diamonds.
Or they're all
like,
right.
Okay.
It's like nobody ever gets it, right? But it's the highest thing you can get.
Yeah.
Then next after that, right, you go down and like you hit like 4 of a kind. So having 4 of all number is like really high up there, right? Because there's only 4 in the deck. So if you have like all 4 8s, you're like really guaranteed to win. So then you have like flush, which means just 5 of the same suit. And then you have 3 of a kind. And then you have like full house, which is higher.
I'm concerned that you know all this, Ben.
Does that make sense? No, it's so much fun to play poker, dude. Right? So here, I have nothing. I have no like special thing here. So I just play my king as a high card because that's the only thing. You have a 2 pair.
I have doubles.
You have a pair. You have a pair. So which is 1 higher than high card. So you win the round. Does that make sense?
So if you have like 2 ace, like an ace, and I have like 2 queens, the 2 queens beats the ace.
2 2s would beat the ace because it's higher. Then within each totem pole part, like you have high card, you have 2 pair, you have
so the more high
two
cards
pairs.
you have, the better. So king, queen,
technically
jack,
yes,
ace.
but if I have 2 2s, it's gonna be your king.
It's gonna be my king. So
right,
it doesn't matter what it is as long as you
doesn't
have
matter
doubles.
like how high the card is unless we're tied. So if we both had a pair, so I have 2 queens, you have 2
kings, tens,
then my queens win, right?
Because they're higher on the totem pole
high.
after you have the doubles.
After you've already been, but like if you only had a high card,
so could you kind of think of this as like a point system, like
yeah,
not
you really
like
could.
realistically, but you know, like queens are like say 3 points each, so I have 6, and a king's worth like.
But if it's a pair, it has to be worth more.
Yeah. So like
but
that's like 6, and then like a king could be
system.
like a 5. I still beat.
Yeah, you're right.
You know. Right. Okay. So that makes sense. And so then they just deal them out. I have my 5 cards here.
Yeah, and then
You have
the
your
bidding
5
works.
cards.
I have a bunch of tokens or something to bid with, and I bid amount. Everybody else has to either fold, which means they're out.
Okay.
An interesting thing about poker is you don't have to show your cards when you fold, because it shows a lot about your personality and how you play. If you show your cards.
That's true.
It's so interesting. Like if we were playing right now and I was like, you know what, I fold, and we had like 10 people playing, right? So I'm like, I fold. It's official that you stick your hand in the deck unless you want to show it to people. But nobody's allowed to see it.
Nobody's allowed to see it.
It's like against the rules of poker to like to look at somebody's hand when they fold.
Because it can show you their personality and how they play.
It can be like, oh well, they had like They're like, oh well, they consider a 7.
So if they wanted to, they could totally be like, hey, look at my cards, I'm throwing you all up. I'm actually really
because the classic, like people do it all the time. The classic, like I fold, you know, and then their cards
and they're just like fold, you know.
But a lot of people will be like, I fold, and they put their hand face down, and that's when it goes under.
Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that.
But it's
so you bid. You're like,
now, you either fold, which means you're out, all the money you've already put in is lost, right? Or you have to call, which means you put in the same amount I put in.
And then it just goes on the table.
And then it keeps going. Or you can raise, which means like, say I put in $300. You can put in $400. Now everybody else has to put in $400. Say he comes back over to me, I don't have to put in $400 more, I just have to put in $100 to match $400. Does that make sense?
Wait, what do you mean $100 to match $400?
Because I put in $300, you raised to $400, other people like did $400, right? Or fold or whatever. Then it comes back to me, I'm only at $300. So I have to go up to $400.
Oh,
or
okay,
higher,
okay.
Which would again be a raise, right?
Okay.
And as soon as everybody calls, like nobody raises, then you go on with like.
So as soon as everybody just does the exact same number because they're all like, oh crap, I don't want to lose more than $10,000. Then it's like okay.
But then if somebody else raises, they're like, crap, should I raise or do I just lose all the money I've already put in?
Well, maybe not lose. See, that's the thing because you're gambling.
Well, no, lose meaning like fold.
Yeah, because if you fold, all the money you've put in,
or should I
is
risk
lost.
more money for a chance to get it all?
Yeah. See, that's where it gets sketchy.
Intense. It's intense.
That's where it gets insane. By the way, I don't really believe in gambling because
Me neither. But
because it's such a
quite-
major loss of money. Like
It's just
it's just a risky
why?
lifestyle.
Why?
You know?
Yeah.
Like you get so stressed out about things like that, it just becomes a problem, and it just
Hello?
doesn't work. Oh hi, mom.
Sorry about that cut. We had a little emergency. Okay, so anyway, poker's cool and all.
It's just a risky lifestyle. I don't.
It's just
And you know there is an amount of luck to it, so it's like you're almost like obviously some people are better at like poker and things like that than others.
Yeah.
I mean, no duh.
yeah.
But you know, just in general, I don't really think it's
So
Great
don't
thing.
gamble, don't play the lottery and all because it's actually
don't
dumb.
break the law. For
But poker
one.
can be a very interesting game as far as like the actual structure of the game. Just play like as a card game with like fake chips and all. Very interesting. Very it's cool. And
There's
like
a Studio
the
C
rules
with
behind
Texas
like all
Hold'em,
the
which is hilarious.
That's hilarious. Okay, well, go watch that.
Anyway,
Thanks for watching. And remember this card. Wait for it.
why are we doing this?
Shh. The 4 of Hearts.